instead of my blooming African violets that have decided to bloom at the beginning of the new year here. And then right here, I thought I would show you the growth of the tomatoes that we plant. This is the cherry tomato, at least one of the two that we have. I did get some bad soil because it was super cheap and on sale, and I have a fungus gnat problem right now that I'm trying to deal with. And then here's one of the beefsteaks, and here's the other one. So those two are tall and healthy and doing good. I know it's been a while since we had seen them, and I thought I would just show it with you. The spinach is taking a little bit longer to grow. Honestly, I've never grown spinach before. Like I said, never had luck. So I'm excited by those little leaves. And then here is the other cherry tomato. Now, I have since moved these from the counter where the grow light is to where my rosemary and thyme are. Now, the lettuce is coming along pretty well. It has slowed down a tiny bit, what with the gnat problem. And then here I thought I would show you that I got a new seed, and then real quick talk about something that's free that I think we forget about, which is catalogs. Here we have Johnny's Selected Seeds catalog. It is the 2022 catalog. It's got all their new varieties. It also tells you what seeds that they're out of in the book, which is nice. Germination rates, growing scale, if it's suitable for drought or wet climate, if it's better in southern, northern. You see, I'm 5B, so for me that's very important if I want to grow some crops. And there are other catalogs that I've requested that are free. And once again, since it's the Button Life, it's about being frugal. And my kids enjoy it on a winter day. They just love going through the catalogs and making little check marks beside their wish list seeds. Can we get all the seeds? No, but it's fun to do. Now, I was watching one of my favorite gardeners, which is the Garden Answer lady, Laura from there, and she had talked about seed mineralization, that she was getting ready to plant some in milk jugs, and I just realized that I haven't even thought about that. So here I'm just showing you the price of these Amish paste tomatoes and showing you that on the back of most of your seed packets you will get all the information that you need for germination, whether to plant them outdoors or not. But obviously with tomato seeds, they don't need mineralization. They are a warm crop. The ones that I showed you previously in the video, that's an experiment inside because I am 5B, and as an example, today is 1 degree outside, but there's a wind chill that makes it feel like -21 right now. So no way would the tomatoes survive out there. In fact, the cabbage and broccoli that I had shown in a previous video is suffering horribly. But I digress. So here I was showing you my ranunculus bulbs, which I'm so excited that I was able to snap up. I like them because they have an appearance of a rose, but they don't come with the thorns, and hopefully from everything I've read, the Japanese beetles aren't as attracted to them as the rose bushes. So I have 25 corms, and we're just going to have to see how it goes. And then I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I shared my seed stash with y'all? And this is a seed stash I've collected for years. I mean, some of the seeds are 14 years old and some are brand new. So I thought, hey, come on in and join me on this fun kind of review of the seeds of this year. Some of the seeds we actually harvested and saved ourselves, so we didn't have to. For instance, I don't have any dill seed. Like, this is the only dill, and I bought a dill plant and I saved the seed. So I don't know if that'll get true to seed. They were heavily pollinated, lots of bees and stuff. Same with the catnip. I harvested that, dried it out. It was my first time collecting seeds, and my 2 boys, A and L, helped me, and it was so much fun. I did sort of a rough divide. So here I have like what you would consider your herbs. These are chives. The blue tape means that I have opened the package before. These chive seeds I have had for 10 years, and they went to North Carolina and back with me. Then I also have lemon bulb and then cilantro, which I have not been able to grow. Kind of sad because we love it. There's also parsley, which I direct sowed outside last year and it just didn't come up at all. More cilantro, and that's newer, bought last year. Rosemary, which I love. Another lemon balm. And then more cilantro. I thought, try a different type of seed, you know? And then we go into our beans. So I picked up the Kentucky Wonder, great reviews, and for $2.29 for 25 grams, I thought that was an amazing deal. As I said, I do budget for these. That may not seem like a lot of money. It is when you're on a one income and with the price of everything. And on the back, I just like to read, do we sow outside? Do we sow inside? These ones my mother got me last year, and it shows the days to harvest, the depth, and how to thin them, and if they're good for containers. So I am actually going to plant that one in a container this year. Now, I tried seed potatoes last year, not actually grown from seeds like this, and had beautiful tops and no tomatoes. Nothing. So I'm going to try those seed tomatoes and seeds actually and see. And then I picked up Amish paste because I've been having a hard time finding that one. And then we also have Tomatillos here, the cherry tomatoes, which are the ones that we planted in a previous video. I'm excited about the black Krim. That was one that my 4-year-old who loves tomatoes wants to try. So we're growing that next year. And the chocolate cherry. He loves tomatoes. So I'm like, let's do this. Let's cultivate it. And then the last of the beefsteaks were planted, so I picked them up at the Dollar Tree. And then I have another cherry tomato one there. And this next one, I have my peas. Those ones I picked up in 2021. These ones I've had since the year 2013, so they're old. The onions, I haven't grown them yet. I'm not sure how I would use them in any way in cooking and that sort of thing. So I want to only grow what I will use, not just willy-nilly grow. So we'll see what happens with that this year. The Walla Walla I sowed out before the snow and everything. It says you're supposed to plant and do that. We had an 80-mile-per-hour windstorm blow through, so I honestly don't know if I have any seeds. But I'm excited, and I will keep trying to sow these. This is going to be my second year attempting to sow these with no germination. So and then the Cabernet, this is the first year that I'm trying them. I had one come up and then the snow came and killed the top. So I hope that means I at least have one onion, maybe, that I get to experience the growing and the pulling it up and the drying it and the using it. That will be exciting. Here I have my peppers. I have the California Wonder peppers, my hot pepper hot salsa blend, and that one I've had for 13 years, and the seeds still come up and work. I would like to diversify my peppers. I'm looking for habanero and a habanero and a few others, but we'll see what happens. I found out this year that my husband likes artichokes, something I never knew. So I picked up this packet and I'm excited to try to grow it. Most of these I've never grown before just because I never had the opportunity or the space to do it. This was a free pack sent to me from Baker Creek with my order. They tend to send you a free one after a certain point, and they are Japanese giant reds. And I'm excited. It says that it is frost hardy, so I'm thinking I'm going to maybe plant these in the milk jugs that I have with that awful poor soil, which the cold should kill everything in it, and see if we can get an early start on some of these crops. I want to do that same method with the cabbage because they do need some cold. The ones that I have now are not doing well. That 80-mile-per-hour wind broke the broccolis and just ripped the cabbages too much. Same with the broccoli. I want to try the winter sow method. There, I couldn't remember it. We picked up these white pumpkins. My kids are so excited for those, and so am I. Never seen white pumpkins before, so that was exciting. These sugar pie pumpkins, I didn't have any success this year, so I want some for pies. And then of course you have to have a pumpkin for carving per my kids. They love decorating for the holidays around that time. And then here we have some corn. I did buy this last year, and then the sweet corn I've had for 14 years, and yes, they both came up with the exact same type of germination rate as well. Just goes to show that how you store your seeds is how it goes. I planted this year, some spaghetti squash, and I got a small variety that never ripened in time. So we'll see about that. And then I also want to plant watermelon. Again, those seeds are 13 years old. I had one come up out of 5, so my germination rate is not very good, but I want to use up my seeds. And then the Minnesota midges, what I picked up to try new this year, and the cantaloupe as well. My husband loves cantaloupe and the small cantaloupe that's there. And then here we have the cucumber. I did have that, and we love them. And then I picked up a pickling cucumber to make pickles. I thought I'd try that this year. And then the sought after loofah seeds. They actually never came up for me, which I was kind of sad for. I planted them, I waited, I planted 4 seeds, and all 4 didn't germinate. So that was disappointing. I'm hoping I didn't get a bad batch. And then here we have some of our arugula, which I would like to plant with the lettuce. There's the lettuce that we planted that is growing well in that pot. And then here's the spinach that we planted. So I have hopes for it to look that luscious and big and beautiful. And then I noticed while I was going through here that my boys had picked out black-seeded Simpson, so we need to have a little bit of variety in there. I'll try to pick up another lettuce seed or two that's completely different before this year. These strawberry seeds, guys, are 15 years old and they still germinate. And then these are carrots. Well, they're Danvers carrots that much Danvers half longs. They're actually overwintering right now because I wanted to see about that process. And then we've never eaten radishes before, so I picked some up just for exciting purposes. The asparagus I'm not going to plant until I have a container that I can take with me because it's 5 years they take to grow. All right, now I'm going to take a look at one of my favorite parts, which is the flower seeds. I have had no luck growing these from seed. I mean, they're 15 years old, so maybe I just need to toss them, but I'm going to give them one last try and plant them all this year, those lavender seeds, just to see what I get. And then here we saved some of my 4-year-old's morning glory seeds. He wanted to see what they would become if we saved them, so hopefully they germinate. These are ruby bee hyacinths. I thought they were beans to eat. They're not. They're decorative. So they went into the flower portion, and I'm actually excited to see the purple pods this year. This is echinacea. They haven't sprouted for me at all, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to try again this year, and that does need mineralization, so I put it aside. These are teddy bear sunflowers. They came up and they were beautiful. Those are my 6-year-old's flowers. And we do have a lot of sunflowers because my boys like it. Ooh, these are the Burpee's Best marigolds. I only had those 2 kind come up and they were beautiful in the variegation. So I'm excited to see if I'll get all 3 colors this year as I plant more. And here's another marigold, not quite as big and bushy. These are brain plants, so I don't know if I'm going to like them or not, but I'm going to try. Here's the Frontera Mezcla de Girasol. I'm excited to try those sunflowers. And like I said, you're going to see a lot of sunflowers. Oh, carnations. I haven't been able to get them to grow, and those were new 2021 seeds. So it's frustrating. And these are the Benary Giant Mix. Oh, I loved them for cutting. They just grew bushy and beautiful. And here's a little bee. The bees would actually take a nap in them, so they're a win for me. That's the morning glories that my 4-year-old grew. Super excited about that. And then these are Sweet Williams. I planted half the packet and none of them ever came up. And then these are Lupins, and those do need mineralization, so that's why I put them on the side again. Probably saying that word wrong. Those were the double mix daisies. Again, I planted and they didn't come up. These zinnias came up. I'm just not sure if I like the weird centers. Oh, these nasturtiums, they're my favorite. They're the black velvet. Oh, they came up way too late. I started them too late, but we actually got some blooms right before the cold weather hit and killed them. And they were that dark. They were actually darker than what the picture shows. I bought some Elysium, never grew it before. The Lemon Queen Sunflower, excited about that. I think I'm going to be okay if they cross-pollinate each other, my sunflowers. And the Autumn Beauty, then who knows, I might get a new hybrid out of it. That's the flower mix, Save the Bees. So kind of a lot of the flowers I already have. These Columbines are so beautiful. I found out they're one of my favorite flowers. I thought I wouldn't like them, but I do. My boys and my husband got me a plant for my birthday, one of them, in the apartment, and they were the happiest, most beautiful, delicate flowers I'd seen. Then we have the Evening Sunflower. Super excited about that one. And then we have the Cup and Saucer Canterbury Bells. These seeds are 15 years old, so we'll see if they actually germinate this year. I'm not sure. And then I had planted some gladiolus, actually, and I took them out because they won't survive in this zone. Like, the ground will freeze them and kill them. And some of the corms look weird like that one, or should say bulb. And some of them look nice, but I have no idea if they're going to germinate. So I'll see if I can pick up some more. But hey, if I can get that to work, that saves me money and time. And then these are the Oxyalis purple triangulars. They're just kind of the purple plant that you buy for St. Patrick's Day, I guess. It's kind of that sort of thing. But they're little tubers. I didn't know that. They had flowers and I was waiting for them to seed, but they didn't. So that was weird. And then that's a perennial mix, which I found out that most of those need some mineralization. So I'm going to do that. And then these are the 3 in terms of flowers that I picked out. And I'm excited. Over the winter months, you just need something happy, something pretty to look at, something beautiful. I would love it if you would drop a comment, share your favorite flowers, or your seed list that you're excited about. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.